What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Through Me, and my signal is not working on my game, but it'll be here in a second. But whatever, how are you all doing? We're back with episode 15 of The Spring Trap, and today, Cleric Goon and I have BBXH on the show. You can see her above. If you don't know her because you're a Clash of Clans person, then, well, you're going to know her after tonight because we have a lot of questions that came through both on Twitter and on Discord, and we're going to get to that in a moment. But, Goon, how you doing today, brother?
Man, look, I'm going to tell you what, guys. Knowing D or BBXH was coming on the show, guys, I downloaded Clash Royale, and I didn't realize I was a beast. I am a beast at Clash Royale. Who knew I was such a beast? But anyway, guys, I'm pumped to be here tonight. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you guys are ready to hear some intriguing questions, and hopefully you have some intriguing questions. So let's get started. BBH, it's on you.
Yes. Hi. All right, so those of you who don't know me, I'm BBXH, and I stream Clash Royale mainly. That's my main game. I've honestly, don't judge me, never played Clash of Clans. I'm sorry. I hope you all still love me and welcome me. I've never played it, but I did play Boom Beach, and I actually stream on Twitch. I had to ask them, how do I even see the live on YouTube? Because I didn't know. Such a noob. But yes, that's my full time is what I do is stream on Twitch. And I'm going to be casting a league called Clash League, spelled QLASH. That's going to be every Thursday. And then there's going to be live finals in May. So that's what I'm working on lately. And I also just started streaming Arena of Valor in the past months. That's a new game for North America, in case you guys play that. And that's me.
Nice.
That sounds like exciting stuff. And you're part of the Nova family as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course,
so
yes.
Represented for Nova Elite Gaming tonight. At some point, the game... There we go. It finally popped up. I was actually getting a little nervous there, guys. But we have a tournament today, so all the stuff that you're going to be watching over there is from the Nova Elite Gaming family, as well as some donut peeps in here, too, from BBHX's stream and all that stuff. So it's going to be some good stuff to watch while the show's going on. But remember, guys, we have questions that came through from all of you that we're going to get to. Some questions from myself and Goon, and, of course, some from D or 4D. And then we're going to take it to the chat, see what you guys have to say. But thank you all so much for coming down. It's a Sunday night, different from our normal. But why don't we get things started right now with the first question. And as that first question is being answered, I'm going to start up this tournament and see some elite battles. Goon, I wish you were in this tournament, man. I want to see what you can do.
Too noob?
Look, I hate to beat everybody, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I'm OPAF, bro.
I mean, he'd be taking down top Nova players with his level 4 commons.
I just hate to embarrass anybody right now. I put the little smiley face on them, and the thumbs like that.
The sad face after you 3-crown them. I saw you.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. All right, the tournament is starting now. So if anyone's in it and watching, you guys can start out your battles, and I'm going to be hopping into them live. But let's get to the first question right now, and it's popping up on the screen right now, and it's so hard for me to see because everything is so much smaller. It says, can you ask her thoughts on many YouTubers leaving Clash Royale? Why does BBHX think they left, and what keeps her engaged in the game for so long?
Wow. Well, I think that a lot of people lately are just looking for something fresh and new, because I think on the ladder gameplay now, people are starting to catch up, because that's the part of the game where your card levels matter, and people that are free to play are now starting to max their accounts or getting close to maxing their accounts, because the game just had its 2-year anniversary. So time has caught up to the money in the game, I think, and so it's hard at that part. And I mean, the tournaments in the game, they've been kind of the same for a long time now, and I will say that Clash Royale does do live events or special events in the game, and I think that's exciting for us. But I think as a whole, the community is like looking for something fresh and new within the game, and it's just not quite there yet. But I don't think everybody is leaving it. I think they're just kind of waiting for something big to happen. And now, of course, we had CCGS last year, the whole live events, and I think everybody as well is just relaxing and waiting for that to gear up again, which it'll be starting soon.
Yeah, I agree. And I have to say, they do a really nice job of bringing new stuff and new events to the game all the time. I mean, like, literally every week there's something going on. And,
True.
I mean, since I've been playing, I'm very happy with what I see. I mean, for those of you Clash of Clans fans, there's a lot more going on as far as new stuff coming to the game on a regular basis in Royale than in Clash of Clans. But again, it's just a completely different game. It's really difficult to even, compare the two. So, well answered. That was a good start to the show, D. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Goon, do you have anything you want to say about the state of the game?
I'm new to it, man, and I'm catching on. But I'll tell you something, dude. I was surprised at actually how well I kind of liked it. I know that there's a jamming component in it. I told you that privately, to where you want to, make the chest open or whatever. That's all new to me. The little the quest and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It was kind of fun. It's I guess being that it's kind of like a builder hall attack, I guess, from Clash, like it's live, and sometimes when you think that you've lost, you still win, or vice versa. Sometimes you think you're gonna win, and then all of a sudden you lose momentum, and it's I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting. I might even play it after this.
Okay.
I think you
I hope
should.
you do.
I'll tell
I think
you,
you should too.
When Clash Royale came out, I was a Clash of Clans guy, and I watched all the Clash of Clans YouTubers, and they started switching over to Clash Royale, and I was like, what are they? I was like a hater in the beginning. I was so mad when everyone started going to Clash Royale. I'm like, this is a kid's game. Then one day, I think it was like summer break or something, I tried it out, and I love the game.
Yeah.
I play it every single day for a long time. But, at first, when you're a Clash of Clans player, it's such a strict and strong community.
Yeah, it's like a substitute teacher. When the sub comes in, you're like, who is this? Like, I'm not taking them seriously, and then you end up loving them. That was Clash Royale for you.
That was Royale. That was. But I love it now. I really do. So we'll see if the audience does after today. Let's get to the next question coming over from Twitter, and this one is from Koala. And I think you might know this one. Ask BBXH what her favorite bear is. Any answer other than koala is not accepted.
I'm not allowed to say koala?
No, I think he's trying to get you to say that his name is your favorite bear.
Koala. My favorite bear is the koala bear. I'll say koala bear.
Goon, do you like bears or do you just hunt them?
Well,
the truth comes out.
No, I'm not. If I was gonna pick a bear, I think I would say the polar bear, just because they're so fierce.
Yeah.
Vicious, fierce, just nasty creatures, bro. I would say that one. The grizzly's probably second, but polar bear.
On that note, have you ever seen the movie? What's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy? Help me out, chat. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
The Revenant. Have you
Yes,
seen The Revenant and the bear scene? Talk about vicious.
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know that.
That is like brained in my brain. Ooh, you gotta see it. It'll change your thoughts on bears.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice, Peg. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, thank you, brother. All right, my favorite bear has to be probably the teddy bear, just because it's the sweet answer that most would expect to come out of me.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear. How do you All right, let's go to Build-A-Bear. Next question. Question number 3. It's from Clash with Ash, our boy. Dear BBHX. Yeah. Rank your top 3. I think he's looking for promotion here on some of the games that he's a fan of, to be honest with you. But let's take a look.
Bears.
Rank your top 3 games right now. What do you currently enjoy the most? And please share the process behind your Action Hero Twitch intro.
Okay.
I'll leave it on the screen so you don't lose it.
Okay. So, and he intentionally always, I know he's trolling me by putting my name wrong. He always does that. What a troll he is. Anyways. So, he is, oh my gosh, I can't read it. It's moving all around.
I'm sorry. I stopped it. Okay. I had to.
Top 3 games. Clash Royale, obviously. I've played it now for 2 years, and I still love it. I still stream it and play it. All the good stuff. I just mentioned Arena of Valor. I'm literally obsessed. That's probably I don't want to say it, but it probably is my number 1 at the moment, just because I'm so freaking obsessed with it. And my favorite character is, it's like the mobile version of League of Legends, made by the same company. So it's kind of like their mobile version. But
is it made by the same company?
Yes, Tencent owns Riot Games, which of course is League of Legends. People every day in my stream come in, oh, this is a League knockoff. And I'm like, they're the same company.
That's funny.
So just putting that out there. But I freaking love League of Legends. And then for a third, I'm going to stick with Dead by Daylight. played that one for a while, and I don't play it as much lately, but I still play it every now and then. It's something different to get away from mobile as a PC game. I like it. Every now and then you need like a little jump scare in your life, you know, to get your blood going, and
Yeah,
that
you've
happened.
been playing that for a long time. I remember seeing like years, like 2 years
Yeah,
now.
yep, 2 years pretty much now.
Wow.
I love that one. And then he also asked me, about my character in my intro.
Yeah.
So
your Twitch
intro is just meant to kind of be fun to see. I mean, because there's like parts where it looks like I'm serious and like I'm literally sitting there like just shooting my guns, which was probably the hardest part of filming it for me, because you have to like pretend like, you know, you have got the recoil of the gun, like, and my hands just kept and it looked so silly for so long. Just a fun fact about that to add in there. But it's just, it honestly has nothing to do with anything, which is what I wanted, because I wanted to be able to use it no matter what game I play.
I like that. Yeah. Smart.
Peak is like when I'm holding up the little cards, they're Clash Royale cards. But other than that, it's neutral to no games. So that's the story behind that one.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing it.
Nice.
Thanks, Ash, for the question. I see we got a couple of our friends in here right now. We got Rose Panda's in the house. Kairos Gaming made it down. I think he's the community manager for Nova, so thanks for stopping in. Late Sleeper came down. We have Radical Rosh
Lady
in the
B.
house. Pickles. Lady B? I didn't see Lady B.
I just
Lady
saw
B's in the
B's in
house.
the
There she
house.
goes, raising her hand.
I know her, but I've seen her on social media. So, hey, girl.
Thanks for coming down, everybody. I appreciate it. A little bit of love to you guys. Now, back to the show. Our question number 4 is from Forgiven Light. What do you think of Supercell not releasing more frequent balance changes and updates, taking at least 3 months each compared to other games they release, and why? I think he may be talking about Clash of Clans there, Goon. What do you think?
Maybe so, man. Maybe
Were
so.
were you listening to the question?
No, I was
I
reading
didn't
the
think
chat.
so.
You got me.
I
man.
you can't get that past me, man.
Yeah.
Well,
That's that teacher in you, man. I tell you what, I have to take a shot for that, Echo. You
Okay.
called me. I'm sorry.
I like
Yes.
this.
yes.
Mm.
This is
You should also explain to them what you're drinking, perhaps, because we chatted about this before we went live.
It's very healthy. It's Fiji water, brown colored. That's it.
Very nice.
sediment colored.
Yeah.
That Fiji.
Yes. It's brown colored water.
Spicy Fiji.
You never have a problem saying what it is before. I actually think there's a question that came through asking about what you're drinking right now, so I guess you'll get to it then.
Oh, here we go.
But to answer this question, just because I kind of mentioned it before, although it is Clash of Clans related, that's all good. We were talking about how Clash Royale always has new stuff coming to the game, probably because it's a newer game. I think it's tough, though. For Clash of Clans, I don't know if they could come out with a weekly update. I mean, that's a lot to do in that type of game. It's a different game type. I guess it's possible, but I wouldn't need that to come out every single week in Clash of Clans, but it is nice in a game like Clash Royale.
I'll be honest, dude. If I was a content creator and a game did weekly updates, I would not really dig that. It would be aggravating for me. However, as a game,
It doesn't mean that Goon's saying that because he records his videos, he waits on the content, and then he tries to put them out after the update, and it's not relevant anymore, and then he has to remake videos again. That's what it is.
No. I'm attack based, so like it might take me 2 weeks to have a certain attack, a rare attack, to make one video of that rare attack. But there again, this I got a video I'm making tonight. One war. I've got a brand new attack that's coming. So it just depends. But sometimes I kind of get frustrated with quick release updates because I've got content folders that I'm wanting to release, but I just need a little bit more. So.
Gotcha. But there are some games like, and I wanted to ask you this, D, also. Mm-hmm. When you were talking about your 3 favorite games, you didn't jump on that whole Fortnite train.
You know, I will be honest, like I've grown up playing video games my whole life, never really been into shooting games. And now when Fortnite first came out, I did play it and stream it a little bit, never really got that good at it. So probably at least 3 times a stream, if not more, people ask if I'm playing it, if I will play it, if I'm ever going to play it. So I think I'm getting ready to like hop back on that train. And also, it's coming to mobile for iOS, which I am not an iOS user, but I will to play it on mobile. So I'm going to get on the train.
Did you just say you were a Droid user? I thought I was the only one.
Yes, I have a
Wow.
Google Pixel tablet, which they don't even make anymore. Which is
I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
yes. We have this
miss-
debate often.
It's the ongoing debate, and it always will
Community. It is.
be. Radical Rosh actually had a comment saying, it wasn't a question, but he's like, makeup streams, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I stopped into one of those two once, just had to see what was going on in there.
I've only done 2, but when I did, I don't know, it's so hard for me to gauge like how successful it was because it was because Twitch was kind of trying that out. I think they got to compete with YouTube a little bit because I mean, for example, like if I ever want makeup tips, I will always go to YouTube. And I think for females especially, I mean, makeup videos nowadays are for guys and for girls. Don't get it twisted, but I think most people who are not into games don't know what Twitch is. So that would not be my first instinct to go to for a makeup tutorial. So I think that'll be an uphill battle for Twitch, but they could get there. But they did do like a front page spotlight. And so I snuck my way into that. And that, I mean, it was very successful for me, but also, I mean, when you're on the front page, like it just brings in random people. So I don't know, but yeah, I did do it twice and I loved it. I love makeup and all that I always have. So
No, that's good to know, and that's cool because actually Goon has been thinking about doing some beard styling things on his channel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a little trim, a little.
maybe he could reach out to
Styles
you
tip.
after the show and get some tips
Right,
on how to
a
make
little
front
bit.
page.
Yeah. Hey man, I might even go for some of that, color. I'm gonna color it all gray instead of just a little bit. I mean, I'm going. I'm with it, man. I'm committed.
You should commit. But I forget what the other part of the question was that I was going to go to or where I was even going with it. But let's just move on to the next one,
Okay.
which is our number 5. We got from Chief Versus. It says, "How do you feel being a top Nova clan? What do you think about the future of Clash Royale and eSports? By the way, I'm a huge fan."
Oh, well, hello,
Wow.
and thank you. I love Nova. They're obviously one of the top clans, especially out there for Clash Royale right now. I mean, I think my guess is that people that, if you follow the esports and the teams of Clash Royale at all, you know what Nova is, first off. You know what, like, Team Queso is, secondly. I think those are the 2 biggest ones, and Tribe in there as well. But I think it's exciting for me to be part of such a big team out there. And I think the Clash Royale esports in the future is going to be big. I mean, I think 2017 was kind of their starter year. I mean, for esports, because they did all the CCGS. King's Cup was a huge success for it. And I think it's only going to be going uphill. They've already announced that they're doing CCGS another season. The final's going to be in Asia this year. They haven't told us where, but they've already announced that, which tells me that they've got big plans. And last year was just the beginning.
That's cool stuff, and you're part of that, right? You did some announcing for those events, right?
Yep.
How was your experience with that? That's a big deal from being like an in-your-house streamer to like being on a real stage. How was that experience?
For me, I love it. I grew up doing that. I grew up working in a modeling and acting school and doing modeling competitions and TV shows and stuff like that. So for me, it was just kind of a natural fit because I also played Clash Royale. And so that's like my dream. That's my dream job, to do hosting, especially in esports. So I was so thankful to actually get those opportunities this past year. I mean, last year was a big year for me doing hosting and doing casting as well. So I just hope that it continues.
Yeah, that's
Big
exciting.
time.
Congratulations on it. Not many
Thank
people
you.
get that opportunity. That's sweet.
Yeah.
For real.
For real. Number 6, Alexandre, I believe, says, "Is Clash Royale easier than Clash of Clans?"
I don't know. I'm going to say no. Clash Royale is so hard. It takes so much talent. Only because I've never played Clash of Clans.
It's I don't even think you can compare the two. They're so different. It's a completely
They
different kind of difficult.
So Clash of Clans is more similar to Boom Beach,
Yes,
right?
it's more
Okay.
similar to Boom Beach.
Which I did play.
But Boom Beach doesn't have wars. You have those operations where you all come together to take down a big base. Where in Clash of Clans, you have a war where your team is taking down other teams or trying to get a higher percentage of destruction. So it's more like Boom Beach, though. Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know. There's strategy in both. You got
Yeah.
1v1 in Clash Royale, and then you got, a team aspect, more of a team aspect in Clash of Clans. Although I keep hearing rumor that Clash Royale is going to bring more of a team aspect to it. I don't know how they're going to do that. What's up, Kaya girl? How you doing?
Right.
Thank you, girl.
So I think
Over
they're both
there.
different. They're completely
Yeah.
different types of games to even compare. So, but they both have their place. They're both awesome and fun, and they both have me addicted. So I took that question.
Good.
Yes.
Better you than me.
You're welcome. Tim asks, do you think Supercell's keeping the game fresh and relevant, especially with the new update? That's definitely another Clash of Clans question, Goon.
Oh, you think so? Okay, go ahead.
Or you can relate it.
There's no new update, so that
Right.
must be.
That's what I was saying. But you could answer that for Clash Royale also. Why don't we let Goon take it on the clans tip, and then we can.
Yeah.
I gotta say, for me, like what Supercell's doing lately with the updates is 100% about keeping, as far as Clash of Clans is concerned, viable, and they're listening to the player base. These updates now that are coming are things that were suggested, as you heard Darian say, from Reddit, from other outlets. They're bringing things to the game that we wanted. So they can't tell us what it is, but there's a lot of changes coming. Yeah. And if you're not excited about it, you're crazy. I'm excited, dude. I'm ecstatic about it. I don't know what's coming. I'm just like everybody else when it comes to that, but I'm excited about what is coming because there's been a lot of great suggestions that I've seen over time. And if any of those come to fruition, it's going to be awesome. That's me. That's what I think.
And Clash is your life, man. Like your whole channel revolves around Clash of Clans. So that's
it, man.
Stuff for you.
That's it. Besides, guns and first-person shooters.
Yeah. Besides that.
Teach me.
How are you? Can you relate that question to Clash Royale or no? D.
I think they are trying to keep it fresh by doing the extra events that they have going on. Like they just did a challenge where you had the pros from the past CCGS tournament. They would create decks. They just had done this as well like a month or two ago with YouTubers. So they had the YouTubers create the deck and you would randomly get assigned that deck for one of your matchups. And you might be going against, a mirror matchup or one of the other YouTubers' decks for your opponent. And they did the same thing for the pros just recently. So I think in that sense, they're trying to keep it fresh. And I think they've got things up their sleeve that they're working on.
I think so too. By the way, I don't like those challenges. I'm basically good with
I love those.
I lose. I'm good with 2 decks, the ones that I've been working with forever, and I suck with all the other ones. So,
dude, look, if you need some pointers, man, I'll talk to you after the show, dude. I'll get you straight, man. I'm a beast. I'm a beast, man.
I bet you are. I can't wait to see some videos on your channel for it.
That was for late. GG, bro.
All right, we got one from Glassy coming in. Do you drink G Fuel? And if you do, what's your favorite flavor?
I do not drink G Fuel, but I do have a favorite color. They're peach iced tea.
Yeah,
I had that
drinking right now.
Really? I bought a tub of it at TwitchCon because it was so good. So that's my favorite.
It is the best flavor. There are a bunch that I like, but peach iced tea is like way above all the others.
Yeah. Okay, good. So that's
she
a
doesn't
good
drink
choice.
G Fuel. Thank you. But if you want G Fuel, use code ECHO for 10% off. All right, moving on to the next question. Question number 9. Savage comes in asking if you're actually involved in the esports community, and if so, what do you do? And what's your favorite card?
Big time. My role is I've been doing, which we just talked about not too long ago, but I do casting for it and hosting, probably more so hosting than casting. So I casted and hosted all this past year pretty much. So started out with one of the first ever esports tournament for Clash Royale were the Northern Arenas, just put on by Northern Arena. They usually do other games like CS:GO and Hearthstone, things like that, but they did 2 seasons of Clash Royale. So those are my first ones, and that was like a year and a half ago that started, and did all the CCGS spring season, fall season, the finals in London, did King's Cup, did Crown Duel the year before that, and there's a lot more coming up. So that's what I do in esports for it.
So you're all over the place, basically.
Yes.
Kind of a big
Literally.
deal. Kind of a big deal. Someone just asked us a question in the chat that I want to go to because I don't even know what they're asking. Okay. They're asking if we're excited about Tomahawk 12.
Tomahawk 12.
Do you guys know what that is?
No, but
I have no idea. Should we know this?
This is the new thing, I guess. This could be our new focus of the channels.
You know what? This is why I love chat, because they will keep you in the loop about every new thing. So they're gonna have to maybe tell us.
We'll have to see. Yes,
Tomahawk.
give us.
Are they
send us some
replacing the
info.
axe with a tomahawk and with the?
No,
bounty?
I think it's a new game
What's
completely.
going on?
Speaking of new games, I saw you playing that ship game on your stream one time. How was that?
I can't believe I didn't even say that for one of my top games.
It's
I
that
think
good,
maybe
huh?
My excuse is that it's not out yet fully, but it will be on the 20th. But yeah, Sea of Thieves. It is House Targaryen's in the chat, and he also knows all. He's like up on all his facts about the game. It is so fun. I mean, you get to be a pirate, and you legit have to sail your ship. I mean, you have to like see which way the wind is blowing and angle your sails and drop them and steer it and everything.
So you're a legit pirate, really?
I am. I am an awful pirate. I'm an awful pirate. But it is, and the graphics in the game are freaking amazing. They look so. I mean, it makes you wish you were like on the islands and all that stuff. It's beautiful.
Is it kind of like one of those? I can't remember the name of the game that I'm thinking right now, but with dinosaurs and stuff, where you land on the shore and you, whatever. It's like an open world type thing where you have to build stuff and all that, right? Or
Well,
no?
so far, I mean, they've only done like beta testing and stuff like that, but you haven't built anything yet. The main things that it started up that you've been able to do in the testing was you get these quests and you sail to these different islands, and you have to you get a map that has like an X on it. And so you have to, and it's kind of hard sometimes to find, because sometimes the islands are huge and you have to find where the buried treasure is, and then you turn it in for gold.
Gotcha.
You
And
run into
actually-
different things on the way.
House got it right. I was talking about Ark. Very good. I knew I was giving appropriate hints towards Ark. Thank you, House, for that. Let's move on. Last question that I actually have a picture of right here, and it's from Crusher. What's the best route for a player to change his deck after an... Oh, wait, we forgot to... What's your favorite card in Clash Royale?
Oh, I love the princess. I've loved her for a very long time because you have to spend elixir to deal with her. You can't just let her die somewhere. She will not. She will not cross the bridge.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I actually never thought of it that way. You have to deal with her.
Yeah, you have to spend elixir to deal with her.
All right, so now Crusher says, what's the best route for a player to change his deck who's not pay to play? Basically, he's saying in this long message here that, you know, free-to-play players, they spend their time asking for donations for those cards. Epic Sunday is all about that same card literally for a year to try and get it to level 7. You know, and then, so this is my problem with the game. You spend money or you spend time. Like for me, I tried to get my golem up for so long, and now it's just like I really don't even feel that the golem is that powerful. Maybe it's just me. Or people that put the... What's that?
I disagree. Right now, I feel like Golem is so strong.
Maybe I just suck with Golem. I don't know. But so Hog Rider. Everyone is asking for requests for Hog Rider,
All
and then
the
Hog Rider
time.
gets a nerf. Like, so how does someone deal with that? That's free to play. There's really nothing to do, right?
Well, I mean, you can easily I kind of ran it. I've put money into the game. I am pay to play, but also I don't have everything maxed. And for the longest time, I trade log bait is a deck archetype, for those who don't know. So I taught myself how to play. I played over and over again. I won with it. I lost with it. So I knew exactly how to handle every situation. And then like 3 or 4 out of the 8 cards in that deck got nerfed, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I just spent all this time doing just that, like doing all my requests for that and buying them when they were in the shop with the gold that I had earned and all these things. And I was just like, oh. But I mean, you could still, people that are good with it, I mean, you can still make it happen with some of the cards, and sometimes they get nerfed to the point where they're not usable. But I think in that sense, it's always good to have a backup plan.
To not be one deck person.
Yeah, like choose 2 that are very different. So like you had mentioned Golem. Golem is my other go-to deck right now, and Golem and Logbait, very different. I mean, Logbait, it's, you know, cheap, it's quick cycle, fast pace. Golem is opposite, it's expensive. You have to be patient. It's a heavy, expensive deck. It's a beatdown deck. So they're very, very different. So I've got my go-tos no matter what changes come my way.
See, I used to be good with Golem when it had the pump. When people would have those pump-up decks, but it's so different now. Now it's like a Golem cycle type meta. I don't know. I don't love it now.
I don't use pump anymore with it either.
I don't see many.
Yeah.
But the problem without using the pump is you can't get those huge pushes anymore. It gets difficult.
Yeah, you gotta wait till late game. You definitely have to I feel like it's near impossible to unless you know your opponent has made a mistake with their elixir. You've got to wait till double elixir, and then create your push. You got to ignore like hog riders and elite barbs, things that you would never dream of ignoring.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't even want to like ignore this hog rider, but I'm going to. And sometimes it works out.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
And you 3-crown them, and then it's all better.
Yeah, well, it is satisfying. There's nothing more satisfying than 3-crowning with Golem, in my opinion.
Yes.
But I don't play it anymore, so it's been a while. All right, we got a question from Lord Stark, and actually Lord Stark is playing right now on the screen. He's actually a Twitch streamer for Nova as well. So yeah, you should play a few.
Okay, I'm in.
Lord Stark asks, would love to hear your thoughts on good 20-win challenge decks.
Oof.
Have you ever gotten to 20 wins?
Disclaimer, no.
Nah.
No freaking way. Like that is hard. It is very hard to do. But I don't know. I mean, for example, Music Master, who was one of the pros, who his Expo deck was the deck that was in the most recent challenge, and he competed in CCGS North America. He went to London. He got second place. And he said he's planning to get 20 wins with his Expo deck. So I'm going to follow him, and I'm going to say Expo. I mean, he had an Expo deck with Pump in it. There were 2 Expo decks in the challenge, and his had Pump.
Yeah.
And there was one time I struggled so hard with it, and then there was another time where I had like 5 Expos on the field, and I was like, this deck is amazing. This is awesome. You could freaking dominate with it. So I'm going to say maybe that's out there. It's not quite meta, but it's certainly not like a completely off the wall deck either. Doable.
Yeah, all I'm saying, look, if y'all need like an OP deck, just let me know. I'll send you screenshots of mine. I got 3 and they are OPAF. I mean, like completely ridiculous. I mean, goblins. Wow. Just amazing.
What? Level 4 goblins?
Man, for sure, dude. I mean, they just wreck, dude.
Unbelievable.
He's ready for the 20-win challenge.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh,
man.
God. If you could, I would love to see you jump into a challenge.
Is this replays?
Oh. All right, I'm going to play one. But I will still talk. I'm ready for it.
All right.
Donation
I don't know what Spooby's message means right there, but whatever. If you know what it is, Goon, let me know. I got another one from Chief VS. There's a lot of questions here, but thanks for the donation, Spooby. Looks like one of the questions for her, so more questions for the 3 of you. Sorry, I'm just kind of like skimming. I'm a total skimmer when it comes to questions. I really don't read. I just kind of look through. What's your favorite soft drink, guys? Off-topic questions. I love them.
I'll be honest. I do not drink soda.
Oh.
Ever. That's not true. I take that statement back. When I drink alcohol, I will drink soda, and I will drink Diet Coke with rum. I love rum, so that's my go-to. So I'll say Diet Coke for that reason, which I only drink because it has like no sugar. Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh.
That is awful.
Oh,
come on, man.
Freaking Mountain. You gotta be like your energy levels all over the place.
I can't stand that stuff. It's like the worst one for you too, but I guess also
how much sugar? Read to us
it's like 40-something grams in a serving.
What does the label say on that Mountain Dew bottle that you just had there? Per serving, how much sugar? Out of curiosity.
Per serving, sugar, sodium. Not seeing sugar in the diet version.
There's no sugar in the diet version.
Okay, so that's the
lots of caffeine though. That's all. That's
not the diet version, is it?
Yeah. I can't drink the regular version. It's too sweet.
Okay, yeah, if it's too sweet, I can't do it either.
Yeah, I love diet.
All right, the other part, what favorite cookie and pie flavors? I know that you're a donut girl. I saw your clan was even named Donut something.
It's the donut shop. All right, so I really love chocolate. So for cookies, I'm going to say like Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. Like, that's like one thing. I am not very good at cooking, but I can really bake from the recipe that comes on the chocolate chip package. I can make those cookies and they're so good. So I'm going to say that. And then instead of pies, I'm going to throw out there that have you guys ever seen the cookie brownies? It's brownies with like chunks of cookie dough in it.
No.
Oh my God. Please in the chat, if you've seen them, let me know. They are so good. Cookie brownies.
Cookie brownies.
I
You
don't know
think
what
I would
brand.
know, being in New York, that we kind of have everything here, but I guess
Yeah.
not cookie brownies. I've never
You
seen
buy
that.
it at the store. It comes in a pack, like where
Huh.
it has the two different dough or whatever you call it, the ingredients to make the cookie dough and to make the brownies.
Like it's like a double layer. It's got like a cream layer type, or not cream, but like two different layer in the brownies, like a more of a tan layer and then the brown layer, right?
This one, well, the instructions say literally to just do like little plops of cookie
Okay.
dough. maybe
Plops.
maybe the like
Plops.
layer is like the fancy like way to do it, but the package just says to do plops. In the
Plops.
I'm
That
pretty sure
sounds
that's
gross.
exactly what the instructions say.
Plop in.
Just kidding.
There's more to this question, and it's asking
Okay.
about other games. I know we talked about your top 3.
Yep.
But what are our favorite games outside of Clash?
Well, since we already kind of talked about the top 3, can I like throw it back to my like ultimate favorite games?
You can do whatever you want with any of these questions, to be honest. There's no rules.
Cool.
Yeah, no
So,
rules.
like I said, I grew up playing games because I have an older brother that is just obsessed with video games. So, just naturally, I was into them also, forced into it sometimes. He was the brother who would be like, sit and watch me do this on a one-player game. And I'm like, okay. But anyways, so I loved playing EverQuest. That was like, I put probably too much time into EverQuest, and also Diablo, specifically Diablo 2. I played the crap out of that game, and I loved it so much.
That's a game I always wanted to play and never did.
Oh,
Diablo.
it was so fun. And like the PvP online, it was a good time. I really miss playing. I mean, there's Diablo 3, which I have for PlayStation. I don't know why I don't play it more often. I should. I need to fire that bad boy up.
You should. So you're a PlayStation person outside of mobile, or a PC and PlayStation person, or do you have it all?
I would on PlayStation, I legit just play Diablo 3. Otherwise, I would say I'm primarily mobile and PC.
Gotcha.
Though I did in the past 2 days start playing Rocket League on Xbox.
Oh, I played that a little bit in the past. It's a
I am
fun game.
awful. It is fun. I play soccer in real life, so I at least got that concept. But
Yeah,
oh my
I mean-
god, I just flip the like right up the walls and like flip the car over. And I have no idea like how to like look up to see where the ball is in the game.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get used to, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Goon, you ever play that one? Rocket League? You're looking at us like you'd never heard of it.
Dude, I know Rocket League only because of my admin, Ryan. He plays this game. I hear him talking about it. I have no idea what Rocket League is. For me, I play, when I'm not on mobile, I play PS4, and I typically play first-person shooters and Call of Duty, Star Wars, Battlefront 2. But recently I downloaded Fortnite because, hey, I was seeing all these YouTube videos, and I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I've been watching PUBG, wanting it for PS4, but Fortnite's there. It's free. And I was like, let's go. So I downloaded it, and I won like in a couple of games with a team. It was squad based, obviously, because to be honest, I didn't even know how to build at that point. But I did snipe out the last guy for the win.
That's
Like-
what I don't
Did
like
you
about
really?
the game.
Yeah.
So how many kills did you end up with? Was that like your one kill?
I think I got like 4 that game or 3 or something. It wasn't a ton. No, it wasn't a ton. But
That's all
it
that
was.
matters, though.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you win?
We're
Well,
all
the guy
watching it
that-
right now on
the guy
stream.
sounds-
people.
Okay. Oh god.
What?
We're watching
playing.
the Donut Shop. BBXH is live right now.
Oh,
See
nice,
what you
Playing.
do.
nice.
My
That's-
first game of the tournament.
That's my problem with Fortnite is I don't like the building. I want a shooter, and I suck at the building like really bad.
I'm so bad at it.
So I really love watching people. I watch Allier play Fortnite all the time. Like every day I watch his videos because I love him. I think he's a great creator, but I'm just not good at the game. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna try the mobile version when it comes out. I actually have to sign up for it
Same.
tomorrow, but it's gonna be tough because on the mobile game, you could be on your phone playing, competing against somebody on PC with mouse and keyboard, and you're at such a disadvantage with controls. I can't.
You think so?
Yeah, from
Oh yeah.
from mobile, I mean, they're probably worse than even being on a console or with a controller.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, I've been playing. What have I been playing? What is it? Let me look at my phone quick. Rules of Survival. I've been playing that.
Oh, I keep hearing about this. I have not played it though.
It's fun. It's like Fortnite, but you don't build, so it's right up my alley.
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
getting better with the controls, but I get nervous, and I see someone, and I get nervous, and my fingers slip, and I start doing things because they're not buttons. It's just a screen. So,
Yeah.
But I did get some kills in it, so I was happy. But yeah, let's move on to another question, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Now we have lists of questions here, and I have to
Ooh.
sort through them. How are you doing in this battle? Who are you going against?
I'm ahead right now. I'm playing Logbait with Furnace, which is really odd, which I honestly didn't mean to do, but I put Furnace in there the other day instead of Inferno Tower because it was my quest of the day to play Furnace. So I gave in to the game's requests and played with
I
that.
see you got goblins. You got this.
Yeah, I got myself a goblin gang. He has Expo.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I just saw that drop.
Right.
Oh, God.
Bye,
Oh, there you go.
Felicia.
Good rocket.
Thank you.
But this is the gang. That's the Goblin Gang Goon. You'll get it later on in the game. It's
I hadn't seen that little. I hadn't seen none of it. I seen the little bucket that's got the goblins in it. I don't like
Goblin
Okay,
it.
barrel.
the little bucket.
the bucket.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. That's
You know who? Okay, so you know who's? That's so funny to like hear people that are like new to the game or don't know Clash Royale what they call the cards, which is funny because Kairos Time Gaming was in the chat and he did this with his wife. He did a YouTube video on it, and like what her names were for the cards. I don't even remember what they were because it's been a long time since I watched it, but they were so funny.
it's fun to watch new people play these things.
Hey, the spiky log is pretty devastating too. It looks like.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it is devastating. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good card. It's one of the only legendaries that I use. All right.
That's my
What's
highest
What's
legendary.
that thing in the
Is it?
middle? That little pump thing.
On
What is
my
that?
side, oh, that's the furnace. It's
The
a pain in the
furnace.
butt. It's so
It just-
annoying.
it keeps sending out fire spirits. It's like
Yes.
you have the goblin hut, which keeps sending out goblins. This is the furnace
Yeah.
that sends out.
Yeah, I
fire
cannot
spirits.
rock it.
I
It's
love
fire
the concept
spirits.
of that card, but I don't have it
That
updated.
sounds scary. Sounds really scary.
We got Mario Sonic here right now, and Radical Rosh says, "Buckets, man, we need more players like you."
Agreed.
I agree too.
The bucket of goblins.
All right, we got Big Goalies going in. He's asking a lot about family stuff. I don't know if we're going to get into that, but he does ask,
Okay.
how much Clash do you play in a day? And I mean, you stream, like that's your job,
Yes.
so you must play a lot.
I mean, I definitely play, I'd say minimum 4 hours a day would be my guess. Some days more. I mean, especially like when the challenges are going on. Sometimes I do these challenges and then end up playing them for hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say on average about 4 hours a weekday. Not so much on weekends when I'm not streaming, I would say.
And your primary game is Clash Royale, right?
Yep. I'd say more so like right now I've been playing Arena of Valor more.
I played that for a bit. It is a good game.
I like it very much. And I'm new to MOBAs. That was
Yeah.
that Rocket felt very good, I must say. That had some value behind it.
We have Ari asking a whole bunch of questions, most of what we answered already, but they are also asking what our favorite TV shows are.
I love watching TV, I'll admit that. So I am a lover of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
So I definitely will say that is my probably number one TV show of all time. And then I also
Bam, nice win right there.
I love Game of Thrones. I just am finishing up Bates Motel, which is not really new at the moment, but yes, Game of Thrones. Let's see what else. Oh, I just watched Ozark not too long ago, and that was a really, really good show.
I don't know that.
It's on Netflix. It's got Jason Bateman. Man, it's good.
I do
Speaking
know
of
that.
Jason Bateman, one of my ultimate favorite TV shows is Arrested Development.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, it's so funny.
Thank you.
What else do you guys watch then? I've probably maybe seen it.
You want to take what you watch next? I got a list.
Dude,
of
let me
mine.
tell you, man,
You have a-
immediately, and I know that, like, everybody will probably, like, say, whatever, man, that show's old, but I love The Walking Dead, dude. I watch it all the time.
So good. Oh, it comes out tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on right now. My wife's, like, giving me a hard time because I'm not watching it. Typically, that's a family thing, but, hey, I'm here for you guys tonight. But Game of Thrones, I love Game of Thrones, but I don't think of it like a series because it's so long in between the shows. So like I think of it more of like a movie or something, or a mini series that comes out. But to me, Walking Dead, I don't know, I'm loving it. And this season, you know, it's really hyped up with what's that cat's name?
With the beater with the bat, that guy.
Oh,
the bat guy.
Negan?
What's his
Negan, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Negan.
Negan,
With
right?
Lucille.
Negan, yeah,
Negan.
that's it.
Yeah,
Lucille
I'm
is
so
back.
I'm so ready. Like last week, like as soon as we get done with this episode tonight, I'm definitely going to go watch that on the DVR. But you know, last week I was pumped up. And anyway, I don't know if anybody actually watches that show, but me, I kind of feel like sometimes I'm like the droid user of TV shows. Nobody else watches it. I'm still on it. I'm hooked. So.
Here's a question for you guys, because you guys are streamers as well and stuff. Do you ever have people like I've gotten to the point where I if I haven't watched a full like something that's on Netflix and the whole series is on there, if I haven't watched the whole thing yet, I do not tell people that I am watching it because too many things have been spoiled for me. Please tell me I am not the only one.
Don't log on to Twitter if you're watching anything.
Yeah.
Don't log on to Twitter.
Yeah, but you're streaming. They're probably throwing that information right at you in your chat, right?
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
that's
see
a
it, and
problem.
I'm like, like
No.
somebody did it to me for Westworld. Do you guys watch Westworld?
No.
Okay, so there's a big game changer that somebody typed in the chat, and it was one of those things where I was like, please say this is not true. It was. I was so mad. So now I
Brutal.
don't tell people what I'm watching until
Smart.
I've seen the whole thing, like Ozark. I waited till I watched the whole thing.
Well, I watched a lot of shows. I watch TV with my wife. We spend a little time every night and watch a little TV. And I mean, I have a ton of shows that I've watched in the past that were my favorites, but my favorite one right now, and you guys are saying all these like tough shows like The Walking Dead and that other brutal show, but I like This Is Us.
Oh, I've never watched that,
Oh
but
my
people.
God.
I cried again.
It
Do you
is-
cry?
I thought you were
No.
going to say Ted or something, you know, because
No,
it has
not
teddy
Ted.
bears in it.
No.
Oh, man.
I'm
No,
just
I don't-
expecting off the wall like Hannah Montana or something.
I'm not a crier really at all, but that show is moving. So it's a beautiful show. I can't believe you haven't watched it, but it's really great. I don't know. You gotta give it a shot. You're gonna fall in love with it. But that's probably my favorite show, maybe ever actually. And I've watched a lot of shows, so give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm on it. I'm on it,
Shout out
man.
to Mandy Moore.
Oh, she's in it?
Yeah, she's the mom.
Where?
It's really great. It's
Remember
good.
when she was a singer?
Yes, I used to love her
Candy.
back then
Remember
too.
her song
I
Candy?
thought it was like I Really Want to Be With You or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
Years ago. Oh, okay. I'm going through the chat right. I should have probably done this while we were
Stranger
talking.
Things. Somebody just threw out Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is good. Yeah, that's a good show. You've never
love
seen
that
that one?
show.
No, it was good.
Oh, I've seen that one. That one is real good.
Pickles, I think she was in the chat before. I don't know if she's here right now, but I do have a question from her, and it is, which Clash Royale troop would you marry? Which would you have a one-night stand with? And which
Okay.
would you pass on drunk?
Okay, let's see. All right, so first one is Mary. Right?
Mary?
Was that not in there? Am I like...
Oh,
Yes.
Mary. Yes, I was thinking.
I'm like-
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mary.
I was trying to marry
Mary. Yeah.
What was the first one? What do I have to pick for my first one?
The first one is who are you gonna marry, not marry. Marry. Then that's what you got me confused on.
What did I say?
You said Mary.
Mary?
And
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're talking about a girl. I'm like, there's no Mary in the game.
Oh,
That's
Something
where I got
about Mary,
confused.
man.
Yeah, you need to learn. You're not saying that right.
I
That's what
like
got me
saying
all messed
something crazy.
Plus, Kaya is talking to me in the chat, and I can't multitask. So it's Kaya.
Kaya,
That's how you say that. Yeah.
I always say, I never knew. I always say, Kia girl. Hey, what's up, girl? And I never knew until this moment. You learn something new every day.
Good
Okay,
thing
so
she's
I'm
here.
not. I will tell you, I will not marry as a royal giant. Never.
No.
If I have to kill, if I had an option to kill, it would be him. Just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna marry. I don't know. The magic archer's new. He's kind of sexy looking, like with his eyes, you know. So maybe him or, yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna say him. He's kind of like sexy looking. He's got some like blue, like mysterious looking eyes and maybe a little salt and pepper hair, I guess.
Well,
I don't
between Goon
know.
and I have blue eyes and he has salt and pepper hair. Just
Are
putting
you
that
guys
out there.
together at the Magic Archer?
Mm.
I'm going to the cards right now so I can see, because there's not a lot of female cards in this game, are there?
There's a decent amount, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Well,
every now and
okay.
then I'll do like all female deck, and now
And you
there's
have
like
enough. Yeah.
options.
And who would you have a one night stand with?
One night stand. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe who's someone who's really slow, so that way if you need to like run and get out of there, you can. Maybe the giant is super slow, or the golem.
Mm-hmm.
They're slow. So if you like need to like really get out of there super quick, then you can just
Dip
hop
on
out of there. They're slow moving, so we'll say the giant.
Okay.
Slow. And he's
And-
not made of stone.
And the
Total.
last one was which do you pass on drunk? I guess that means which is really disgusting, right? Pass
You
on
wouldn't-
drunk.
In other words, if you were drunk, you still wouldn't.
Oh,
Imagine, like,
okay.
being
Gotcha,
with
You're
him.
yes.
because
Yeah.
your beer goggles are still like nope. Okay.
That's pretty bad.
Then I'm gonna say Royal Giant.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just a big fat ugly guy. I'm just kidding. He's just like so. It's like he's notoriously overpowered in the game, and he drives me insane. So I'm gonna
But what
say
about
him.
the skeleton, though? I mean, the skeleton is just like.
Bones,
True.
girl, man. She's a girl.
All right.
The-
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next because I know the game. Then I'll let you go. Goon.
Okay.
I think I would pass on any of the male troops in the game if I were drunk. So that's an easy one. I'd probably marry the princess because she's royalty and she's attractive card, and she also probably has some clout and money. So I'd go with the princess. And if I would have a one night stand, it would be between the Night Witch and the Witch, because probably the Night Witch, because she's one of those dark gothy type girls, and I would probably do that.
They're gonna cast some voodoo spells on you.
Well, yeah, I guess they could.
Well, hey, does the Night Witch it spawns like skellies just like in Clash or what?
She spawns bats, but the
Yes.
regular
Bats?
witch spawns skeletons.
I would
In Clash
marry her
Royale.
because, like, those bats, she could spawn them, and like they could rub my back while we was doing, Anyway, we won't go there. The one night stand is there Valkyries? Because wow, they're
Yeah.
hot. And
You like little
the pass
redhead?
on drunk. Pass on drunk.
Ooh. Wait, let me pause you for a second. Lisa says right here, I think it's Lisa, says that the archers are twins. I guess you'd get both of them too.
Oh,
That's a great
Menage
point.
a trois.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's three musketeers, so if you want to
Ooh,
go
there
one
are
step
three
further.
I don't know if I can handle that. That's a little too much.
I think the goblins I'd pass on drunk. I
Okay.
think so. Like
Yeah.
scary.
The little green guys. The bucket of
Yeah.
green guys.
Yeah, the bucket. Goon, you're hilarious. I love doing this show with you. All right, let's move on.
Right
Thanks
on.
for that question, Pickles.
That was a good one.
People really want in-game clan war tournaments. Is that something that comes to the game that will happen? Custom war tournament leagues? I'm just kind of okay. This is a Clash of Clans question, so I'm going to pass on it. We're going to move on to another one.
Okay.
How can you drive on parkways but park on driveways? That makes no sense when you
It
think
does
about
make oxymorons.
it. Mm-hmm. Someone was just messing with us when naming.
There was a huge debate in one of the rooms, and I think that was just one I found amusing from my Discord. Sorry about that.
So, well, I am from DC, so we have pretty bad traffic here. So you pretty much do park on a parkway here. So maybe that's my only explanation.
Could be.
Mm.
How come if you ship it on land, it's a shipment, but if you ship it in a ship, it's cargo?
Mm.
Cargo. Get it? Car?
Cargo.
Thanks to There you
Cargo.
go.
That's a great
Listen,
point, too. Ocelot. Good questions. That's the leader of Sunny's right there.
Yep.
That's I never heard the cargo one, but I'm going to go on to Solid's question. It's for you, BB. It's asking, do you plan on going back and doing more YouTube videos?
I would like to. You know what? That was my New Year's resolution was to focus more on my YouTube so that I'm, just expanding, and because it's a whole other world of YouTube than it is on Twitch, and there's new people that use YouTube versus Twitch, and I want to reach out to those people as well, which, hello everybody, all everyone on YouTube today. So this is a good start for me, I suppose. But what I would actually really love to do is to do fitness videos on YouTube. I watch so many of them, and I love reading about that and learning about it. So that's something I would love to do, but I'm just such a baby, and I still have to push myself out of my comfort zone to do it, and I haven't done it yet. And I have told my community this, and they're like, "Why haven't you just do it?" So I just need to do it, I guess.
That's right. Do it. Just go for it.
I'd subscribe. Just saying.
Yes. Okay.
There you go.
I'm on my way.
I'd watch you work out while I was enjoying some shots. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You have to take a shot for every burpee or something.
Oh God, no way. Goon, do you know what a burpee is?
No.
It's hard. They're probably the
Should
worst
I
exercise.
do one? Can they see me if I do one?
Well, you could see what they can see. I don't know how your whole room
Oh yeah,
setup is.
I don't know how far back. I guess they could probably see me. I'm in not burpee clothes, but
you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can see me from.
She has wireless headphones. Oh wow, that's a big room. A lot bigger than I thought.
All right.
We see you.
I'm gonna take them off for this, so I can't
Okay.
hear you for 1 second. Okay, here we go. Burpee.
Burpee.
That's a good burpee. She went down all the way to the floor too.
I never thought burpees would look like that. I've always imagined something else with a burpee.
I'm watching myself do it now.
Yeah, that's so funny. That was a good burpee. Most people that do burpees don't bring their chest to the ground. So well done. I'm actually impressed that you did it properly.
Look, my burpees are different from that. They're audible. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my burpee. Yep.
We have a question coming through. If who would play us in a movie about our life and why?
I already know mine because people tell me I look like this person at least once a day. Do you know who? Any guess?
I'm really bad with actors and actresses, so I don't have a guess.
All right. About once a day, I get told I look like Anna Kendrick.
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
All the time.
What
Anna
is she
Kendrick.
on? Tell me a show.
Pitch Perfect.
I haven't
She
seen
was
that.
one of the main characters in Pitch Perfect. That's the only thing I can think of that she's in at the moment. So
Goon?
I'm going to say her, I guess.
Anna Kendrick.
So one of my favorite actresses is Penelope Cruz. So I'm going to switch my answer to her.
All right.
I'm
fair enough.
Googling Anna Kendrick right now.
Okay.
There we go. I have to say.
I would have to say the dude that plays Ragnar Lothbrok, because the beard action, OP. Let's go. He could play me. I don't know what his name is, but he's from Vikings. So he's
Vikings.
pretty,
I'm going to Google this.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think you look like Anna Kendrick.
No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe a little
What's
bit.
that guy's name, dude? From Vikings. Anybody know?
I don't watch that. I don't know.
Ah, come on, dude. That show is OP, dude.
What's up, Jimmy Diaz? How you doing, brother? If I had to say me, I'd probably have to say an early Brad Pitt, before he was 50. Him and I are very, very similar in looks in his youth. It's probably the closest I could get. So, yeah.
Sounds
Or
legit,
that guy.
man.
Who's that other guy that was in all those dance movies? He was he was a white guy that was kind of ghetto and danced a lot.
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, him too. He's a stud. He could play me well, I think.
Yes, Channing Tatum.
Yeah. See?
He's on my Mary list.
See,
Oh, boy.
that's why I would. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He gets a good reaction. I'd like him to be me, or me to be him. Question for Goon: do you use lotion in your beard?
You know what? Tonight, dude, I used some leave-in conditioner, just for you guys. But typically, no, I don't. I just let it do what it does. But tonight, I figured I think that came from Clash Champs guy, Agester. I was like,
Yes,
all
it
right,
is.
I'm going to put some leave-in, put it in there. It didn't work. It still goes crazy and does whatever it does. So
I think
it didn't
looks
work,
great.
Agester. So anyway, yeah, normally not, but I did tonight.
Dpeg just said in the chat something very funny. He said Mark Wahlberg. If you guys don't know him, he's like my idol for when I want to be like when I get older. Like I still think he's an older dude, but he's so cool. He wears nice clothes with Jordans, and he's just a dude that can pull it off. He's like what I want to be when I get older, like looking wise dude. So cool one there, Dpeg. But yeah, he could play me too. He's a little more badass than Brad Pitt.
That's so weird to think of him as like older. Let's see. How old is Mark Wahlberg?
He's got to be 50, no?
I would think so. Him and Matt Damon also. He's 46, so yeah.
46, yeah.
Yep. Oh
Yeah, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Tell me you didn't listen to that back in the day.
Oh yeah, so Marky Mark.
Oh, everybody did, dude.
Oh.
Everybody did.
Matt Damon is 47.
Really?
Where has time gone?
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just watched that movie where they shrink the people and they go to this whole community.
Downsizing.
How was that?
It was good. It wasn't what you expect it to be, but it was a good movie.
No, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, like
I didn't see the last of it.
It was good. It was different than what you would have expected. Like you expect this show that's just kind of like, oh, everyone's going to get small so that their money is worth 50 times what it is here, and they're all going to be rich. But it shows a different side of that, something that it makes a twist, and it talks about like preserving the earth and all this good stuff, which is pretty cool. But he looked quite old in that movie, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. I saw the previews and I was like, oh man, you look like a legit like dad bod. Like
he did. Yeah, he did. And maybe they made him look like that for the show. I don't know.
True.
For the movie, but whatever. I had to say it. So,
it's like,
yeah.
I would say it's like Christian Bale when he was in that American Hustle movie. You were like, oh my gosh, he had like, like they made it look like he had like some George Costanza looking hair or lack thereof, and I was like, this is not Christian Bale.
He played it pretty good though. I watched that movie.
Did?
Did a good job. Yeah, did a good job.
I didn't see that one. We're running towards the end of our questions, guys. So I'm going to start grabbing some stuff from the chat if you have any questions. So be sure to throw them in there now if you want. And I got one from Kristen, our recruiter over in the Circle of Clans. She says, "What made you decide to stream Clash Royale, and tell us more about Team Nova?"
Ooh, I just started to stream Clash Royale because that's what I was playing at the time, and I started watching people on Twitch to learn how to be a better player in Clash Royale, and then sat there thinking like, maybe I could do this. So I just jumped in, and here I am. It was just happening by what I was playing at the time. And about Nova, so Nova, I just joined them over the winter, and I love it. I'm one of their content creators because they have obviously different roles within the esports team. They've got pro players, content creators, etc., artists. So I really enjoy being a part of the Nova team. I think they're super supportive, and we have a whole network of people that help each other out, give each other advice. I mean, because a lot of us, as streamers, you go through struggles, be it with people or with content or marketing, branding yourself, whatever it may be, that you need people that understand it and know how to help you. And so it's nice we have like a community where we help each other in that sense. And so for me, it's been very productive to be part of it. And yeah, everybody's really nice. We support each other. They come out to each other's streams. We host each other to help each other grow as well, which I love.
Yeah, and they helped me out with this stream as well, because this is the first time we were doing Clash Royale. So I reached out to the Nova people, and they kind of came through tonight, showing some love as well, which was nice. I wish we could do hosting on YouTube, though. It really sucks that we can't. No, it's like the one thing that I don't like about streaming on YouTube is you can't host.
Gotcha.
Or get hosted.
Now, I have a question for you. So, like, let's say that you're streaming Clash Royale, and then you switch games to, let's say, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Is there any way to, like, that's one thing in Twitch that we don't have that I wish we had, is when you go live, it, like, sends out the notifications to everybody. But if you switch games, it doesn't notify people. And obviously, like, some people, if you're a variety streamer, some people follow you for one game and not the other.
Right.
Does YouTube do any kind of, like, notifications, like, mid-stream?
It wouldn't notify again, no, but you could. No, it wouldn't do that. But you do, like when I set up my stream, on the bottom it says to choose the game that you're playing, so it'll be promoting it in a different place. I don't know if that would do that on Twitch also.
Okay. Yeah, we do have that. Yeah.
So like normally my stream is set up for Clash of Clans, but today I had to switch it to Clash Royale. So if someone's searching Clash of Clans, I won't be coming up on that
Yeah.
live search.
Thing.
At least I don't think so.
That's something they should add. It'd be very helpful.
That would be helpful. We got a question from House. What's everyone's game they wish they can stream or stream more? Sometimes you can't stream games you want to play because lack of viewers. Good point. Good point.
True that. For me, I think I would want to try to go back, like I mentioned, playing EverQuest. I just seriously had so much fun playing that when I grew up, and it's still people still stream it on Twitch, which shocks me. But I mean, the overall amount of people watching the game is like probably 30 people or less. So like, it's an older game and it's not popular at the time. So I would say probably that.
For me, it would probably be just classic games like that I could just do a campaign through. I know that Klaus is doing it now, and he's just kind of playing through games that he wants to play. But it's when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel or a Twitch following, it's tough because you know I could jump on Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, and I'm gonna have 100, 150 people watching my stream, and I switch this game, and then there's 20. It's tough to do that when you see the numbers are so much different. So
yeah,
I wish I could just do that, and I guess I can. I just got to ignore the numbers, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of, for me, I don't stream, but I mean, as far as YouTube, I'm kind of in a happy place. I do a little bit of first person stuff, and definitely a lot of Clash. So I don't really worry about the views on the first person stuff because that's kind of like for me, when I just need something different, I go and play and do whatever and just I don't worry about the views. I put it up there because there's a few viewers that like it. And so it gets really low views, but I don't worry about it. I put it up there for those guys and I have fun doing it. So that's pretty much it.
That's a good point too. And sometimes you just want to do it because you want to play the game. So why not throw it out there as well, right?
I think sometimes it's good to just kind of break away for a day or so. Yep. Flashback. Exactly. And it's good to just break away and do something to just to chill out and to do something different because, I mean, we all do specific games intently and a lot. So it's good to kind of break away sometimes and give yourself just a break from that game for just a short amount of time. Literally, for me, it's a few hours, and then I'm back on Clash of Clans. That's how it's for me.
No, I agree. And it is a good thing that the games that we're playing on our channels, we love already. So it's not like I'm playing something that I think sucks just because I want the views.
No.
It's not that bad.
No.
But, all right, we got another one from Kristen, and it's for all three of you. Hot or iced coffee, and what flavor?
Oh, well, for me, I love iced coffee. But actually, I stopped drinking coffee just because I felt like I so relied on the caffeine, and I'm such a non-morning person despite being up early every day. So, but I do love chai lattes, like chai tea. That is my obsessive drink right now, iced. So I'm gonna say iced.
Goon, you a coffee man?
You know what? Irish coffee. I like Irish coffee a lot. Bailey's with another component is my coffee of choice. Other than that, I stick to that drink we seen earlier. That's my caffeine intake.
I like I completely messed up that. I can't do two things at once. I like hot coffee. Iced coffee, obviously, in the summertime, but if I had to choose, it would be hot coffee all the time. And I can't pass up on a snickerdoodle when I go to my local bagel shop. Snickerdoodle every time. So it's my favorite flavor as well. And what are we getting to here? We got a couple more. Ooh. Okay, this is kind of like, I'm not going to do that one. It's kind of like that hate, love, and sex one.
Oh boy.
It's similar, just worded in a different way. So we'll pass up and go to a different
okay.
one. With what it seems to take making videos, what do y'all do? How do you find the time to enjoy Clash? So Goon, well, whoever wants to take
that one's hard. That one's hard because I'll tell you, I used to spend a lot more time FCing and doing a lot more in-game stuff. And I'll tell you, with the amount of clans I cover and the daily content, that it requires a time sink, and that part, it has grown exponentially as I've moved forward and tried to improve. And so the in-game enjoyment there is probably not as much as when I was just playing the game for enjoyment. Like I would FC all the time. I would try to learn and perfect the craft, and I still try to do that, but it's less time. Like when I FC, it's a little bit more rare now to get that kind of time. So I would say that part, that content creation definitely affects that for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me it does. But I still love the game. That's why I do what I do, and it doesn't change that. I still like the game, and I would not change a thing. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I still enjoy the game as well.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you. Like being a content creator and playing the game changes it for you for a variety of reasons. Though I will say, to just say right off the bat, that I do and still enjoy Clash Royale outside of streaming. Like I still sit down and play when I have downtime, a few minutes to spare. That's what I do. I will play a game of Clash Royale. So I still freaking love the game. But it is like, it's hard as a content creator too. Another aspect of it is it's hard to play in front of people that are like most of the people in your channel they're there because they're friends with you, they're your community. But there's also people, it's just that I think by nature a lot of people want to help you, and in turn they're telling you, hey, you did this wrong or that wrong, and it's hard sometimes to enjoy it when people are constantly like pointing out every flaw that you in the game, because you're not always going to play. It's hard to play like a perfect game because there's so much going on at one time. But for me, overall, it's still enjoyable. And I try to look at it, like I said, is that I think people just want to help. And it's just the way they go about it sometimes. But for me, the answer, yes, still enjoyable.
I think with Clash Royale, just like with Builder Base, being that I've played it, I've done my little homework and stuff. I can only imagine like having a stream talking to me while I'm trying to focus on this attack, because I don't have to do that. When I'm doing my content, it's different. So like when I'm sitting there focused on the attack, I can talk on Discord and do that stuff while I'm doing it, which was similar, but you're trying to read stuff on a screen while you're, okay, well, wait, let me get this Valkyrie, and like, so you're like, oh yeah. And you go back and that's tough. That's tough. I gotta say, hats off to you. That's definitely tough.
And the thing, I'm so guilty of that. The thing is people will wait. People will understand if I don't. Most people will understand if I don't read their chat until after. But I can't help it. Like I have to peek over and read it. I can't help it. I just can't. But yeah, and it does like affect your gameplay sometimes. You look back and something's on your tower. You're like, oh god. Right.
I guarantee you it's costed you some wins before.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course it has. And that's what you could always blame it on, too. You always have an excuse. It was the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Without the chat, I'd be, a 5,500 cup player, but it's the chat. That's why I'm only at 48.
Wow.
We got a question here. If Jello is wrong, I want it to be right. Agree or disagree?
Jello?
Yeah. Is Jello wrong?
I like Jello.
Me too.
That's from my buddy Hundy. That's my buddy Hundy.
Yes, how do you remember that stuff, man?
Dude, I remember the most irrelevant information ever. I just can't remember anything important. Just remember that about me. Irrelevant information, I hold it like right here. That's it. But yeah, I definitely, I don't think being Jello is wrong. I'm with you, Hundy. It's good.
Now, do you like fruit in your Jello? I know that my kids eat these like Jello cups with like peaches in them and stuff. Do you like that?
I would like that. Yes.
I don't like the fruit in it.
I could go with it, man. I could go with that.
Okay. And the next question is, do pyramids have walls or roofs?
Oh, now that one, dude, I seen that one earlier.
I one too.
I would say, for me, I would say all walls, but is there a wrong answer? That's the question.
Yes, maybe all roofs, because it's more in the shape of a roof.
Yes.
And they usually extend underground, so maybe that's their
Good
wall.
point. Nice history lesson right there. But what would you consider a teepee then? Because a teepee is the same shape. It's just
Ooh.
cylindrical, right?
But there's nothing underground.
There is
unless
nothing
you build
underground.
yourself a tunnel in the teepee. So all walls for teepee.
I haven't seen
These
those
guys are
before.
tricky tonight. They're tricky tonight.
I
I'm
like
telling
it.
I like it too. Honestly, I like talking about this stuff more than I do about the Clash stuff on the show.
All the riddles.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
We
I'd say
somehow got
roofs,
stuck
too.
on riddles the other night in my chat. Like, and people were throwing out some crazy riddles, and you had to sit there and like think and read it like 5 times.
All right, I got a couple of questions that came from the chat. One is from Lord Stark. We've heard from him before, and we were watching him battle a bunch tonight. He says, a gaming question as a content creator, because remember, he's a streamer himself. Who are the people or types of people that you might look up to or admire in the community? Probably a different perspective as a content creator than as a player. So I'm going to let you guys take that one really quick. Who do you look up to and why?
Ooh. For me, I mean, the first person that comes to my mind is another streamer, Kitty Plays. She's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, female Twitch streamer. And my God, I mean, that girl just, I mean, she hustles every day and just puts in so much work between like little things that seem like they're not a lot of work, but once you do it, like you realize that's a lot of work. Like she always will post pictures of herself before she goes live, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but it just takes forever. I mean, as a girl, like you got to get your angles right, you got to do your makeup and make sure, I don't know, everything. It's a lot of work and a lot of time goes into those things. And she also, I mean, deals with, you know, the same things that all of us deal with. You deal with the trolls and, you know, the haters, and the people are, you know, rude to her as a female streamer. She just handles it so well. I mean, she had a whole video about like dealing with trolls. And when I first started streaming, I probably watched that video like 10 times just to like, you know, tell myself it's okay. You know what I mean? I mean, she's just such a, I don't know, she's so successful. So she's someone that I look up to a ton.
That's a tough question for me. That one, because like immediately, you know, you might think of content creators, but you ask, you know, in the community, and then so that made me start thinking a lot deeper. And there's a lot of people I admire in our community, and I mean, I'm thinking, you know, of course with me, it's more Clash related, obviously, but there's a lot of people I admire and look up to in the Clash community. Now, as far as content creators, there's a lot of those that I look up to, and it's hard. I mean, you know, if you look at maybe somebody that made me want to do content creation, that would be more like, say, Clash with Ash. I mean, like he was kind of like the guy that like I watched him intently, like coming up with Clash content. Of course, he switched over to Royale, but I mean, for a long time, I watched every one of his videos. Like, I would literally, he would have like stuff, and I'd write it down before attacks. This is before clashes. It's before friendly challenges, all that stuff. So I would carry his keys to attack on a piece of paper and like attack, looking at it like, oh, okay, I got to do this and I got to do this, you know. But anyway, that guy, you know. But when it comes to the community, there's so many people right now, and I mean, I always think it would be unfair to name just one. I mean, you know, my own family, there's a lot of people in my own family that work so hard behind the scenes in our recruitment server, in our main server. I mean, you know, right now in this stream, there's people working right now, you know, getting, you know, letting the links, doing stuff, just moderating. I mean, there's so many hard workers. And so like, that's a deep question, Lord Stark. That is, for me, it's hard to really answer that one properly.
If it wasn't a deep question, you made it a deep question, man.
It was deep for me, man. When he said community, that just kind of, I was like, wow. And if you would have said content creators only, I'd have been like, okay. But that went way deep. That went way deep, man. And it says probably a different perspective as content creator than a player. But yeah, I mean, for me, that's there's so many people I'd like. I could get out a list right now and start reading. That one's tough. to just single out. It really is. But there's a lot I'm thankful for in our community, for sure.
Well, Clash of Clans is a strong community.
Yeah.
They're very solid. All right, we got one coming in from Demir, and Demir asks, the whole streaming scene, where do we think it'll be in 10 years? He says, Ninja just reached 3 million followers. The mobile games are getting better and faster. I assume he's like getting bigger and better. More and more sponsors are getting involved with mobile gaming. So where is streaming going to be a thing in 10 years?
I think 100%. I feel like streaming has only just begun. And I feel like YouTube has been around for quite a while now. But now, like, that's what, like, there's so many YouTube content creators that's like, it's so much, I think, easier nowadays to start your YouTube channel than it used to be. And there's so much more at your fingertips. And as far as mobile gaming as an esport, I think that is launching off as well. Like, I mean, Clash Royale, for example, they just had, you know, the tournaments last year, those CCGS ones. That was the finals in London. That was the highest mobile esport payout in history. For the first place was $150,000, and that was the highest in history. So I feel like that's like setting a precedent now to only go bigger and better. So I mean, now there's like legit money to be made in mobile gaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I've heard some content creators, I'm not going to say names, but, you know, kind of pooping on mobile games, saying that, you know, like, and maybe some people that were like big into the mobile game scene, they kind of feel like it's at its downfall. I know that a lot of people are excited about Fortnite because it's coming to mobile, and like that's kind of a whole new thing. Like Fortnite's huge, the whole new battle royale game type. But you know, do you feel that mobile gaming is struggling or needs something hot?
I think our world as a whole is changing. People are all about convenience and efficiency. For example, like the apps nowadays, like Uber, you don't even have to like speak to somebody. You don't have to pick up the phone. You don't have to exchange money. You do it all through your app, and people love that stuff. Same with ordering food. You know, there's like all the Uber Eats and whatever, Postmates, all those. You don't even have to speak to somebody. You just order it all in your app and somebody brings it to your door. People, I think that's our world is becoming all about convenience. And mobile gaming, it's always going to be way more convenient than PC or console because you can't carry those with you like you can your phone.
Pocket gaming, yeah.
It's always there. It's always there. And it's all about convenience. I mean, you could be sitting waiting at a doctor's appointment or something, and you could break out, you know, do a war attack or do a battle on Clash Royale, whatever. It's like, boom. And, you know, that time isn't wasted anymore. Just waiting. You can do something. So, yeah. Yeah,
I agree. And speaking of Uber, I tried using it last night for the first time because my wife downloaded the app, and I was in New Paltz. I don't know if anybody knows New Paltz, if you're a New York person, but it's kind of like college town area. I was visiting some friends, and like literally we look at the app, and it's $8. Like the ride was a 3-minute ride. It was a mile away, and I was trying to be responsible and get an Uber, but 1 minute it was $8. Like 3 minutes later, it was like $17. I don't understand it. I don't know how it works, and I don't know why I don't know. I ended up driving, but I was fine.
Yeah, I think there's supply and demand heavy because I mean, like at rush hour, that's when there's like spikes, or at the airport when you've just landed and they realize that like flights have just landed, so you know there's all of a sudden 100 people requesting Ubers.
Gotcha.
Then they hike those prices up.
And they can do whatever they want for pricing, right? Like every driver can have their own thing. That's cool.
Yeah. I always compare Lyft and Uber and see who's cheaper.
I don't even know of Lyft.
You don't know of
I don't either.
No,
I don't know what that is, dude.
Are you serious?
No,
You should see. I always compare. I notice, at least in my area, Lyft is usually cheaper.
So you think it's cheaper because it's newer? Uber's more known.
I mean, Lyft is pretty darn big. So they're definitely competitors. I don't know why. Maybe they're like competitive undercutting. No, Lyft is everywhere. Really? Look it up. LYFT. It's pink. Got a pink logo.
I can't believe
you never heard of Lyft.
Next time at the bar.
I don't live somewhere where I need that. You know, I just get in my car. Yeah. Do you have a car or no?
Yeah, I do have a car. Which, last night got the the back window broken. Freaking
What?
DC. Yeah. Because my cousin left his backpack on my back seat,
Oh, God.
which is normal. Somebody busted the window and yoinked his with a baseball bat because my friend's house who's parked outside has a Ring doorbell. His neighbor has a Ring doorbell. And it's very fuzzy, but you could see somebody just bop it with a baseball bat. I'm like, oh, why me?
You have free glass though, right?
Free glass?
Like with your insurance, where they come replace the
like
glass.
a $200 deductible, so.
Rip.
Mm-hmm.
I went to DC. I enjoyed it, but now, I was a typical tourist going to the Smithsonian and Arlington and all that stuff,
Yeah.
riding the tram or the whatever you call it, the subway.
We
I
call
thought
it
it was pretty cool. The metro. That's it.
That's what they call it in DC. But usually everywhere else in metro is the bus. So I don't know why we're.
That's true. That's true. You grew up there or no?
Yep, in Virginia.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, I'm just below you. I'm in NC.
Oh, really? Oh, snap. I just went to Charlotte for the first time and I loved it. It is happening in Charlotte.
Well,
Charlotte's
guys,
a big town in North Carolina.
I like North Carolina. I used to go to DC with my students too on a school trip. Again, doing the tourist thing, and we stayed in some sketchy hotel motel places. I'm telling you, like literally one of them, we didn't sleep on the bed. Like you slept in the chair, or you put the towels down in the shower before you want to go in there. Because I don't know if that's a normal thing around there, but it was pretty brutal. but I think we're running low on questions. Actually, I don't think so. We're actually out of questions, and unless if something comes in the chat right now, we're gonna start closing some stuff up. So first of all, I want to thank you so much for coming down to the show. It was a lot of fun. You're definitely an enjoyable person to hang out with. Lots of energy, which is great. I see why you do so well on Twitch. But
Echo, I think this stream wants to know about the tournament you're hosting right now. You guys?
Okay. So that Clash League is, so I haven't started yet, but it's going to be every Thursday at 1 p.m. And you could look at the details at their site, which I'll post the links, I guess, on Twitter to make it easier. But it's QLASH. I'm sure you could just Google it if you want it quicker. And yeah, it's going to be a Clash Royale tournament. I don't know if registration is still open or not, but should have like a lot of the pros in it, especially the European pros, because finals are going to be somewhere over in Europe, which I'm excited about. So that'll be finally a live event. It's been a while for a live event, and that'll be in May.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Somebody asked us what education we have. Something we want to talk about or no?
Sure.
Okay, what's your education?
I actually have a bachelor's in economics. Fun fact. Yeah.
Does that relate to what you do now at all?
No, not at all. No. I can't even pretend it does. It doesn't.
I started school to be like a park ranger at the beginning. Then I changed it to like AutoCAD.
Oh,
and once I did that, I got really close to graduating, but I was working for a firm at the time. And that firm literally like all of a sudden went from like 73% billability to like 30%. And when they did, they cut everybody, and they cut people that had been there for like 30 years. And I was like, why am I even here? Like, why am I doing this? So like I started a skate park. I run that for 4 years, ended up as a mill worker, and I've been there ever since. So, I did go to school, but I never finished because I kind of got disillusioned while I was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I'm a teacher, so I have a bachelor's and a master's, both in education and health and phys ed. So I had a lot of school, just to be a PE teacher.
Right.
But it's not just a PE teacher; it's a very important subject. So.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely. You. Hey, look here for the stream. I owe Late Sleeper. Late Sleeper always gives me a cheer in his stream. Late Sleeper, cheers, brother. This is for you, man.
Woo.
Much love to Late Sleeper. We have a question here from Brendan in the chat with Jake from One Hive, his new company, Done Right Games, and the new game he's working on. Are you guys interested in it thus far? Plan on trying it and possibly making content for it? I'll say that I know I can speak for Goon and I that we both are on that train. we support what Jake is doing, and we're all like, I literally can't wait until there's something that I could get on my iPad and start to play. And we do plan on creating content for it if that time comes. And from his last video, which came out yesterday, it is 100% happening. So when that happens, you'll see Goon and I having some part in it, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I'll look up your guys' stuff. This is new to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know who Jake from One Hive is?
No.
He's a Clash
Oh,
guy.
come on.
He's a Clash guy.
I don't know.
Oh.
But I will after today.
Hey, ask Ash about him. Ash definitely knows who Jake is for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on the trap too. He hung out with us one day. It was a good one. We learned that he doesn't wash his hands after he pees.
Oh no!
That's what I get out of that whole episode, is that he doesn't wash his hands.
God.
Oh, he is an OG, Jake. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, but he don't miss words. He tells you like it is. I gotta respect that, dude. Respect
He sure
that.
does.
Wait a minute. Classic says, ask Cleric if he's gonna make some CR videos. You know what, Classic? I don't know, man. Look, I'm so OP, dude. I don't know if I should make any, man, because like just watching people get slaughtered, just it's so, and watching me laugh with a little like that. It's just bad, dude. It's bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't seriously. I kind of like the game. I didn't think I would, but like I played it for research, and seriously, the game is okay. It is okay. I liked it.
I played it for research.
I did. I didn't want to spend any money on it, and I haven't. But I actually enjoyed playing the game. It's fun. It reminded me a little bit of the builder base, like I said, because it's live. You're dealing with it. It's different though because the opponent is, acting. He's interacting. On the builder base, he's attacking your base while you're attacking his base. It's a little different component. But Classic's like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't even know the setup on that, to be honest. I'd have to go overlay, and you see my channel, man. I don't know. I'll see, man. But right now, who would want to watch a noob play Clash Royale? I
actually think it would be quite enjoyable to watch you play Clash Royale. That would, because no one does that, and that's why it'd be awesome. Because you would suck so bad, yeah. But you could call everything. Your whole series could be calling things names that they're not, like the bucket of goblins, like the goblin buckets.
Yes.
Boom. This could be your claim to fame, Clash Royale with the goblin buckets, man.
Quite entertaining and new, like he said. It'll be new.
It would be new.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe so, Classic. Maybe so. Maybe you're onto something. I'll look into it, man.
Who needs pro tips? You got me with the goblin bucket.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we got a question from Rose. If you could go any place in the world at any time, like any time frame, like 1920s or something, where would it be, and I guess what time? I'll talk for myself.
Okay.
I went to Costa Rica once, and it was pretty darn nice. I would like to go there and live there. And I would like to be in modern time because I still want to do what I do now with technology. So tomorrow, I'd like to be in Costa Rica.
Okay.
In the mountaineer part of it, like not by the water. Mountains, by the volcanoes and stuff. It's quite nice.
Okay.
You don't like my answer. That was totally not liking my answer at all.
You didn't like your answer?
No, you didn't like my answer.
Oh, I did. I've never been there, so I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm missing, I guess.
I guess not. Where would you like to go?
Well, kind of going back to the pyramids question, I honestly, when I was a kid, was obsessed with Egypt and the pyramids and because honestly, still to this day, we are really not 100% sure how they got built because, they didn't have the technology and all that, and it's still a mystery. So I think that I would want to live back then and know how they built them. And I still would like to visit there. That's on my bucket list to visit, and I've not been to Egypt yet.
That's a tough one for me. I'm sitting here just thinking, because you're talking about times and different times and wow, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a deep well. You'd have to think because if we just think. I could just say Hawaii. I'd like to go to Hawaii right now, hang out with Kaya. Let's go watch your live stream and just hang out with Kaya. But you know, like that's now, like, but there's so many different, like, I don't know, man. What about prehistoric times? Hang out. Like, is it for a few minutes or is it for like forever? I mean, could I go like just hang out, watch some T-Rexes or something? Or I mean, what? What happened?
Get eaten.
I thought your answer was good. I thought your answer was going to be Washington D.C. Goon.
Oh,
Come on, man. The Smithsonian is
that
the
should have
bomb.
been your
No.
answer.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
thinking of
Then you can.
back recently. It was this car. I'm sorry. What?
That would be like prehistoric times. They've got the woolly mammoths and everything right there in the Smithsonian. It would be like night at the museum for you.
I loved the Smithsonian. It was really awesome. And I know, being that you live there, it's probably like, whatever. But for me, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. And I spent, I think, 3 days there. And literally, I felt like I didn't get to see not even half of it.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Tis.
Yeah. Arlington was deep, though. Arlington was deep, gotta say. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, yeah, I think I'd want to go see T-Rexes get down. That's all I'm saying.
Land Before Time.
Let's go.
I like that movie. I'm getting a message over on Discord from the Stig, and from his picture, he looks like a pretty tough guy, so I better answer his question. I guess you didn't send me this one, Goon. He sounds a little upset that we skipped his question. He's from the circle.
Answer the question.
He said it's about donuts, so I know you're gonna like it.
Okay.
What are the chances? Oh, I don't know about this. It's not the most appropriate question.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Well, now you kind of have to ask it. I feel.
Okay.
For
What are the
better, for
chances
worse.
of you hooking up with me, being the Stig, for a few dozen chocolate frosted donuts, fresh from the donut shop, and it's supposed to be a drooling face, but it just says the code for drool. He'd personally go and pick them up and share them with all of us, actually. I, the Stig, will not hook up with you for the donuts, and I don't think Goon would either. I don't know.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like donuts that much to hook up with a stranger.
Oh shit.
He's the
Being
Stig.
paid
He's
as
the
donut.
Stig. That's funny. There's the answer, I guess.
Oh man.
What are your favorite donuts? Are you like a Krispy Kreme, a local donut shop, or a Dunkin' Donuts donut girl?
So two answers. So one, I think my ultimate favorite are the Dunkin' Donuts chocolate munchkins. It has to be the munchkins. I don't know why, but I just love them. Those are my favorites. But there is, it started. So you might know this one. It started in North Carolina. Duck Donuts. Goon, you know.
I don't know them. I know Krispy Kreme, and I'm absolutely saying Krispy Kreme for sure.
So Duck
That's
Donuts
just
started
me.
like in Outer Banks and Duck. And now they have them up here in Virginia and stuff like that. And they make them like fresh right there. Like it goes through the little conveyor belt and like gets fried. And then you pick whatever topping. So it is so freaking good.
Simply Donuts Panda's saying. I've never had them.
Ooh.
Panda? Which panda is this? Is this our panda?
Rose Panda. Yeah, my mod.
Oh, right on, right on. I don't know. Shipley's. I don't know them. There's a couple of local donut places where I'm at that aren't like chains. But now, as far as chains, I would say Krispy Kreme. But Krispy Kreme didn't really, it didn't make it up north. It wasn't very popular. I think Dunkin' Donuts took it up north.
Mm-hmm.
So,
fun fact, in Alexandria, well, there's a lot of like speakeasies in DC and Alexandria. And there's one, so the speakeasies are like hidden bars. So there's a donut shop in Alexandria. I think of the name of it. But I went in there legit to get donuts. I got a Fruit Loop donut.
Ooh.
And then I saw somebody walk in and they pulled like a flag on the wall. And then somebody opened up like the wall opened. And there's a little speakeasy bar in there. And I was like, what?
wow.
In a donut shop.
Cool.
I have to
That
think of the
sounds
name of it.
awesome.
I have to look it up.
I need to go there now. Let's go.
Sugar Shack. That's what it's called.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was cool.
What are our favorite ice
That's
creams?
in DC?
What'd you say?
DC?
It's in Alexandria, so
Alexandria.
Virginia, but like right outside of DC.
Oh, I'd like to go there. That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
What are our favorite ice creams, guys?
Oh, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, so
But
am I. That's so cool.
You are?
Yeah,
See,
we have this connection.
It's the worst, and I love cheese. I love ice cream. So I still have an answer. My answer is I actually love coffee ice cream, like coffee flavored ice cream. Oh, so good.
All right. I don't agree.
I'm boring. I like vanilla.
Vanilla? I've never heard someone say vanilla.
Sorry. I like vanilla. It's just, I like it. I don't know. It's so boring. But anyway.
I like cookies and cream, but I really do love pumpkin ice cream too at that time of year. Yeah, it's really delightful. It's good. But I'm going to really close out the show now, guys. So, again, thank you for coming. You were a lot of fun. We learned a lot about you. I honestly didn't know you very well at all besides popping in your streams from time to time. So it was really cool to hang out. Thank you so much. And blessing us with your presence here and talking some Clash Royale for the first Clash Royale episode ever on the Trap. Goon, it's in your hands, man.
Well, hey, look, all I'm saying is thank you, BBXH and D. What does BBXH mean for one? I just want to stop my little monologue here.
Good question.
What is that? What is that?
That is a good question, and I do get asked it all the time. So when I started streaming, I was like such a like paranoid, like, oh my God, I don't know if I want people to know my info, all that. So I just started like a brand new name. So I used to always call people BB as in like babe or baby, like, hey BB. So and then also friends and stuff, we always use the clan tag XH. So you'd be like blank XH. So I was like, I'll be BBXH. So that's the story behind that.
There's always a story behind names. Now, me and Echo have told our stories many times, but anyway, love it. I love it. Thank you so much, BBXH or D, for coming on the show. And I'm kind of thankful that I downloaded, like Echo told me to download CR. I've enjoyed it. It's fun. I don't know what my future will be on that, because it's for me it's enjoyable, because as long as I don't gym, I just play it for a short amount of time, have fun on it, and then I move on. So will I stay on it? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't dislike it at all. It was surprising. It was surprising for me, because I try not to get too diversified on games, because ultimately it's a time sink, and I don't like to play a lot of different games, because ultimately I can't commit to them. And I'm kind of like one of them guys that tries to be as good as I can. So, but this game surprised me. I liked it. And I'll probably play it from time to time for sure. Okay. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming on. I definitely know more about you. And that's what the show's about. Hopefully you had a good time. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys in the stream had a good time. And that's pretty much it for me. So I'll hand it off to you, D.
Okay, well, thank you guys so very much for having me. This was so fun for me, just to kind of do something different and answering the questions. Like, I've never really done, I mean, you do like quick interview things like that, I guess. So this was a whole different experience, and it was very enjoyable. Like, I like answering like the silly questions of like, what's your favorite ice cream and stuff like that. It's just fun to talk about and hear your guys' answers, and it gives something else, I guess, for us to interact with the chat. And I'm glad I got to meet a bunch of new people from your guys' community. So hello to everybody that's new, and thank you guys for welcoming me onto the show today. So, but yeah, I'm very appreciative. Thank you guys so very much for having me. I'm honored to be on it.
You're welcome. It was great to have you. And in the description, guys, is a link to BBXH's Twitch and Goon's, of course, as well, because even though it's on my channel, this is Goon and my show, but really it's your show, because we don't do any prep at all besides screenshotting all your questions. So the show is like seriously driven by what you guys want to know, and that's what the Trap is about. And I think you said it well there, D. It's kind of just like hanging out and just talking about random things. Like, honestly, I could care less if we talk about games at all in this. It's just about hanging out and having fun and getting to know new people, and it's just it's a good time. So thank you for coming.
The Screen Trap is basically what our viewers want to know about us, you, and any other guest. I mean, they make the show, and that's it. I mean, I love getting these questions, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. Discord, Twitter, whatever you submitted the questions, we appreciate it. And until next time, thank you so much.
Yes. Well, I'm not done talking, so I'm going to keep going. Because it's my job to end the show, not Goon's. It's
Sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But also, guys, make sure you go over and you follow BBXH on Twitter. Her Twitter's been hanging out under her face the whole show. So is Goon's and mine as well. So thanks for coming down to the show. It's been fun. Next week, we'll probably be back onto some Clash of Clans. Don't have anything set yet or what we're going to be doing yet, but it's going to be there, and it's going to be on the weekend, and it's going to be great. So thank you so much for coming down. Appreciate all of you so very much, and that's going to be it. So right now, we can all say goodbye. Take care, guys, and be good.
Bye.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Bye.